It's nothing but melted buildings. They will tell you some ooga booga caveman came here to carve this or something. Do you think people with donkeys and chisels got some bricks all the way up there? Hello guys, hello friends, welcome back to the Tartarian meltdown. We are gonna look at more evidence of melted buildings. First of all, I just want to apologize for a lack of uploads lately. I have just been pretty drained mentally lately for the past 2 or so weeks, but it's getting better, and I'm back here now to start providing content for everybody again. And yeah, I hope everybody is good, so let's get to it. And here you can see the red bricks all cooked into these rocks, all rocked up in the melt here. Heat damage, nobody built here like this for no apparent reason. Why build this with a little window into just a little, yeah, you see it. You know what we're talking about here, Eagle Eye crew. And yeah, by the way, if you are new to this whole idea that mountains are in fact and in reality melted buildings, please check out my 2 documentaries first, links in the description below. You see the huge melt here, and it's all heat damaged. Here as well, enormous viscous holes, the whole thing melting down. You got these bricks here all rocked up, of course, stuff we have seen many times in the past. In previous photos, nobody built like this. It's a melted building. This is not, I repeat, this is not a natural formation. These are all viscous holes of an enormous size. Mangled, cooked out buildings, like all of it. And here you have this old wall building here, and of course new wall order came to lay this pavement here, or asphalt, whatever it's called, and it collapsed because it's hollow beneath. And what do you find? Of course you find more red bricks, archways and stuff below the ground level, which is from a past civilization, and we just came along, we found it and built on top of it. There is more photos like this. Here you have the same mini sinkholes. It sinks down, collapses, and what do you see? The red bricks of the old world. You see here this asphalt is just laid here on top of this brick ash here. It's pretty weird stuff. Same deal here. You got it collapsing down, and you see the old wall remnants below. So the cars are up here. I don't know if it's a road or parking lot or whatever. Don't know, don't care. But it collapsed, and you find this red brick archways and columns and stuff below, under the road that we drive on a daily basis. Same deal. The road collapsing. Here is this truck just completely sunken down in all this brick ash here, and you have this red brick well looking thing just going down and down into here, and yeah, it's a huge mess. Got some bricks, some stuff everywhere. Mini sinkholes. Here another one, archway. Here you can see big damage here. This is a huge chunk of red brick here. It's all broken and out of place. Chunks of bricks all over. But it's underneath the ground level. And they will of course claim that they built it in, 1880 for example, and this was some kind of drain pipe they built, etc. It's not. We found it and inherited it. Same deal, road collapsing here, and you see the bricks down here. Some of them looks cooked into blocks and stuff, a little mangled, but you see stuff down there. and you gotta wonder what is it doing down there when we are up here. How far down does it go? That's the question. See here, columns or whatever it is. They put this what it's called, this lid here on it, and they use it for, you know, stuff in the new world. You got bricks, you got stuff from the old world under the ground. Another example of melted buildings. And here you see what happened to the bricks. You can still recognize them as bricks here, and they're all churned and cooked out, of course, and the rest of it is all melted. See here, brick lines in it, cooked out, all melted, cooked out red bricks. See brick lines in here. It's all a building, not a natural formation. It's a building because it has a door, my friend. It has a door. Just look here. It's a building. It's not that difficult. And here as well, a bunch of them, melted red brick buildings. Pretty melted, but still recognizable, of course. You got these apertures and archways and stuff all over the place. And you got the color of it still pretty red as the bricks. And in the mainstream history, etc., they will claim that some people, primitive people with donkeys and chisels, came here to carve and chisel this stuff here. Somebody, you know, had a ladder here, up here to carve this in here, carve these holes and stuff. It's complete nonsense. It's all melted building. Just look here. Arches, these designs and details still in there. Concrete molds, exterior concrete molds and stuff. It's all melted buildings. And here you got the bricks all blocked up here. Heat expansion, cooked into blocks, and the rest of it churned, churning and burning, melting together here. Got remnants of possible apertures here, and of course you got more of them here as blocks. Very weird, but it is what it is. And yeah, it's a melted building. Nobody built like this. It's a huge mess. The front here you see some of the concrete mold designs still, and here all the bricks are just rocking up and churning and burning together. Cooking here, you still see carbon 14 stains, a lot of it in here. Looks like you have some archway in here, all mangled. And of course this one just cooked into perfect blocks, as we have seen many times, and which you hopefully will understand if you watch the documentaries what is going on here, right? You still see carbon 14 stains, etc. in it. And here, larger scale melted building. You got this building and this pocket of survival on the top. The very top section of the building survived, while the rest looks like this. What you would call a mountain, of course. And then you got a pocket of survival here, just sitting in it, fused into the melt, all surrounded in the melt. Going all the way down here, and you can also see, you know, the color here. And here it's the same as here, because it is the same material, just different altered states of matter. That's what it is. You see, it's the same color here as the building. It's the same stuff. Exactly the same stuff. See here, fused into the melt. Going all the way. Pocket of survival on the very top. Heat coming up from the bottom. Frying the building, cooking it, melting it. And now people think somebody built on top of something called a mountain. which is nonsense, of course. Once you get educated, you see the level of deception in this realm. And here you got this layered pattern again from the electric surge through the buildings, and that's why you get the bricks here, and then blocks, bricks, blocks, bricks, blocks, bricks. You have seen this before if you have seen some of my content, and it's one of the results of this X Factor event. Depending on the location and the component building that was fried, and the amount of electricity and the circumstances. You got many bricks in here, and you got a lonely brick a little further down, and the rest of them cooked out. Churning bricks in here, all mangled, cooked to horse shit here. Here, cooked out, looking like a huge mess, because it is. Nobody built like this. You do see some, excuse me, a little yawn. A little tired today, but still gonna make this video for you. You still see some of the bricks in here. Some of them are, you know, being pancaked a little bit, so they're more like brick slabs now. But originally they were red brick. You got some brick in here. It's all cooked out red brick, as we know. And this is the same stuff here. You can just see the architecture, you see the bricks in here. Archways usually surviving. You got these 2 windows here filled out. You see the arch over the window like here. Going around like this, but all filled out now. All churned, cooked out bricks, some of them blocked up here, down there. You see some of the bricks in here still. This is how we know all of this used to be red brick. Nobody built like this. See more bricks down here. It's all cooked out, my friends. And here, this is when it's getting real interesting. You see it starting to get swollen here. And here it's pretty much just marshmallowing over in this area. See here? You can still see the building here, and then you got this mountain in the middle of it, and then more building, right? Doesn't make sense. It's all swelling from the heat damage, marshmallowing over here. That's what it is. Little pocket of survival here, and you see this stairway fused into the melt as well. Some brick lines cooked into block lines here, tilted on its side, swelling here. And you just got this huge melt. You got some stuff over here, don't know what it is, but you got something there. This whole building is all melted, and of course you can see it's flooded here as well. Melted and flooded, just like this one. See the little people here, you see the brick lines in here. All getting all mangled and swollen, cooked out in this area. Very fried. Pocket of survival here. This one completely melted down. We got a very level horizon here of flood waters. Flood waters, my friend. And here, typical old world architecture. I bet your ass you have seen one very similar to this in your city. Because I have in mine, my little city here in Little Norway and stuff. And then you got this classical old world tower. But look what happened to it. Look here. You see the brick lines in it. You see some of the blocks cooked into blocks. It's all melted. Look here at the tower. What happened to it? It's melted. Do you see it? It's all melted. See here? Got some of the windows. Got one here. This one was covered by rock curtain from above. All the melt here starting to cover it. And this one covered even more from the melt here. melting down, melting down. Look here, look at the melted tower. This is towers you have seen everywhere on churches, etc. in good condition, but this one is all melted. Just look at it. Look here. See it? You see it's a tower? Do you think somebody came to carve this? Do you really think somebody carved this tower out? Do you? And here you got these pockets of survival here in the melt, while the surroundings are all swollen here and all cooked out and fucked up. Nobody carved anything here. You see how straight everything here is, and these details, the doors, nobody carved it. It's all mangled here. Totally devastated. See? Remnants of an archway here, possibly. A wobbly little doorway here. Swelling, melting here, melting down. More apertures. Up here as well, more of melted buildings. And then you got this weird ass stuff over here, and look what happened to the building. Melted building. Look at it. Another yawn, I'm sorry. And then you have this pocket of survival here at the bottom, just into this stuff at the back, and these are all huge block lines. Used to be brick lines, red bricks, and they got heat expanded into block lines and all cooked out and fried, and this is now what it looks like. And you think it's a natural formation when it's a melted building. Just look here. This is a pocket of survival. This little section of the building survived the meltdown, and this part looks like this, and you think it's a natural formation. Here more stuff fused into the melt here. Rest of it all swollen and mangled. More stuff here. You got this stairway, and you got this swelling here as well. Just look at it, what happened to the building, all cooked out. And here you see how straight it is, all cooked into blocks. And then see here, it's starting to get swollen again and mangled. And then you got more blocks in here. Do you think somebody built like this? It's probably a doorway or something all filled out here. Looks a little square. It's all mangled, melted buildings. Just like this one. I don't really need to say anything in these videos. The pictures just speak for themselves. Honestly. All red bricks cooked out into rocks here. Okay? Used to be red bricks, they got cataclysmed, and now this is what they are, rocks and blocks. Nobody built like this. A pile of them here. Got remnants, mangled remnants of apertures here. You got some remnants of something in here. Some of the rocked up red bricks here still. See the color of everything? The same color. See the building? See this? It's the same color. Because it's the same material. Red bricks just here. Cooked into rocks here, completely fucked. See? It's all melted buildings. It's all melted buildings. And here is a lot going on in this photo. We just gotta start from, let's say, this corner here. You got pockets of survival. Hold on, it's a little blurry, I'm sorry. You got pockets of survival up here at the top. And then the buildings here, the facades and everything here, it's all melted down. Then you got more pockets of survival. And then you got archway down here. More melt. You got some bridge over to this melt with a few pockets on it, like here. And then on this side you got a pocket of survival just chilling there, fused into the melt, archway down there, and of course you got the plumbing still running. Plumbing from these old wall buildings still running. See here? Can you see how this one is sunken into the melt? How it sits in this melt here, what you would call a mountain or something. Same with this one, it's all sitting in the melt. So all the buildings, see here? Plumbing working, flowing out. Plumbing flowing out. Here, here. Looks like you got some kind of column or something in here. It's a little blurry photo, I'm sorry. It's all flooded and you get water coming everywhere around. Water, water, water coming out from these buildings. Plumbing still working. Irrigation still intact. And here, let's see the foreground. First you got this building electric circuit board component here. And then here all mangled, of course, whatever it is. This is a component, of course. And then you got this structure in the back here with, looks like you got some pocket of survival up all the way there. You got more of the component sticking up here. The rest all melted here. It's also a little blurry, but I think I got another photo of it. And here you got some pockets sticking up more on the top from the component. And then more stuff here just barely sticking out of the melt. See here. And more stuff here. Melted building with stuff that survived. Pockets of survival. Not everything will melt evenly. I'm not sure if I had another photo. I think maybe it was worse. I deleted it. And here you got this huge melt coming down. Melt coming down here, flowing down, starting to bury this building from behind here a little bit. You see, starting to bury it from behind. Got more stuff here, some kind of wall or something, all the way. Got few pockets of survival at the bottom. And you got something sticking up from the melt here. Some kind of tower, whatever it is. And you got more stuff here sticking up. More stuff here, and the rest is all completely melted down. And here, just this one chilling in the water, cooked out red bricks. Not too much to say about it, just that all of this used to be red bricks and it got fried. Fuck, I'm really tired, I'm sorry, but I'll still make the video for you. I hope the quality is okay for you. So you got the red bricks here, all electrified, and now the red bricks looks like this. Got a little swelling action going down over there. All cooked out bricks. You got blocks here at the corners, cooked out, and of course the larger buildings are all just mounds of building ash and stuff now, and they call it mountains. Look, it's just piles of ash. It's basically a ruined wasteland. That's what I call it. And here you got more stuff from the old wall, and you got the swelling action going on again here. See here, it's all climbing up the wall here, and it's getting swollen and completely mangled, cooked out here. Here, piles of mangled buildings again. And then you got this little fella, just see here how it's just sticking out through the swelling here and the melt. It's just barely sticking up. Nobody built here on top of this. You can see the building clearly is supposed to just go deeper straight down, but it got swollen and damaged, and now this is what it looks like here. See, it's just sticking up. And you got more old world inherited infrastructure pockets of survival here. You can just find this city or village already there, and you can take it and claim it, and you can say, oh, look here what we built, but you found it. That's the thing, you just found it. The past civilization built it, and somebody found it and claimed they built it. See, here is a little clearer photo. It's just sticking up here through the melt. Archway, melt, C14 in here. Pockets of survival. You got some stairway going all the way. Pockets of survival here. Inherited infrastructure. And who built this all the way out here in the middle of nowhere? Yeah, it's the same deal. It's just sticking up. Pockets of survival sticking up through the melt. This is the only thing that's left. The rest looks like this. So cooked out, fried pockets of survival. And this is the same stuff here. Swelling, coming up the wall. Mangling the red bricks. It's all melting down. Churning, very hot in here. See here. And it's just sticking up through the melt. And of course the level horizon of the flood waters as well. Whatever it is, the fail-safe mechanism to try to preserve whatever they could, or I don't know what it is, but we have all heard about a major flood, and here is the evidence of it. You have probably seen it many times before in your life. See archway here in the mangled stuff. Yeah, all fucked up. Here it is from above. Building just sticking up from the melt. See here, it's all melting down, melting out here, flowing out, and of course the water came in after. But it's melting, flowing away from itself. See here, can you see it's a melted building? And you got more stuff here sticking up through the melt. And if you're interested in knowing where the photos are, take a screenshot and reverse image search it and you will find it, okay? Because I do not care, to be honest, where it is, because it is in this earth that I live in that's completely fried and devastated. I don't care where it is. So here you got pockets of survival. We saw this earlier just from a photo taken up here or something. We saw down on the other side, and you see swelling action going on in here again, and you see some weird stuff going on here with the swelling and the brick lines all at an angle here. Some of the weird X-factorness. Swelling, melting, mangling, flooded. More swelling here. Nobody ever built on top of this messy, unstable stuff. See, it's all swollen. Swollen, and pockets of survival. You got many inherited buildings. Some of them could be new, of course, but many of them are found and stolen. And this building all melted. And here as well you got these pockets of survival here, old wall architecture, and you can just see here how stuff is just inside the swelling here, what you would think is a mountain or something, right? Which is in reality it's swollen buildings that's densified again. You can see how it's inside it here, fused into it, behind it, above it, and below it. Nobody built like that. Okay, you can see archways down here, all swollen archway. I don't know if it's an arch in here, but it's very swollen in here, and archway here, all filled from the inside. Stuff on here, you don't build like this, it's all swelling. And then up here you got buildings as well into the melt behind it. See here, building going into this so-called mountain. It's all, this is all melted here, all melted buildings. Of course you got pockets of survival. The very top managed to survive, didn't melt before this event stopped. Okay, heat from the bottom coming up, melting it, but it stopped, and we got this pocket of survival on top. And many people believe somebody climbed all the way up there with magical flying donkeys and a ton of brick to build it or something. It's absolute madness what some of these people believe, but it is what it is. Trying to educate them. See here we got entrances into the so-called mountain here, which is in reality a building. So you got entrances into a building, and that's completely normal. Okay, all buildings have entrances, and you see them here, but mountains don't have entrances. So it's all melted buildings with some pockets here and there, pockets of survival. See here, it's all melted buildings. And here as well, you got this tower, just impossible to build it up here, and you would never. And you can see how fried it is. See everything here, how fried it is. But you got these two pockets of survival here and here. And the rest of the building melted into dust over here. A mound of brick ash. And you got one over here as well. Pocket of survival. See the swelling from the bottom, cooking the building, fucking it over. Same with this one, and here. It's just barely sticking up through the melt, which is this, which is what you believe is a mountain. This, it's all a building, and these are sections of it that survived, and it's just sticking up, peeking through the goddamn melt here. Yeah, the swelling and the melt, and all this is brick ash flowing down, dustified. And you got C14 plant life enjoyers just thriving here to feast on these ruins, these plants. You know, it's devastated here. You can't control the plant life anymore. It's just doing its own thing, and it's out of control, to be honest, taking over all the ruins. Don't get me wrong, I don't hate plants, I love plants, but it's we can't control it anymore as we used to. And here you got more swelling, enormous brick lines cooked into block lines at the bottom, swelling, C14 stains in here, big ass blocks, red bricks cooked out. Here as well, mangled red bricks. You see the lines here, huge, enormous block lines. Aperture here into it, and pocket of survival. See here, the very top survived, which is, this is a part of the whole structure here. Okay, this here and here, but here in between it's a whole swollen, melted, cooked out, and fucked. Okay, see here, all of this whole thing here. You see this and this is the same building. Okay, but it's fucked. That's the only explanation I have. It's fucked up. So now it looks like this. Okay, that's what it is. Here as well, you see sections of the building all the way around this whole thing, with some stuff in here. You got some stuff in here. Here we got some stuff. This whole thing was a building, or many buildings, of course, built together as a larger, enormous building. And it's all melted and swollen in here now, cooked out. Some of it survived, of course, as you can see, and then of course it's flooded. So who knows how deep this building used to go before the melt. And you got stuff here in the background. See here, you got something going all the way up here. You got something here, all the way up here. Who built this? Nobody built it like this, okay? You got something, you got footprints here of something. You see these patterns here, like this, and you got more stuff over here. Just a bare footprint of something that's not there anymore. And here, cooked out red bricks with pockets of survival all over it. See here. I don't know if it used to be apertures in here, all filled out and melted, of course. It's a little blurry when I zoom, but yeah, cooked out melted red bricks here, as you can see. Here you see a wall or something, and you see it's the same stuff. Okay, you see this wall here, clearly man-made, and you see this stuff up here. You see how we got something. It's a little blurry. I think I got another photo of it, but you see how stuff is in it here, how this goes up here. This line here goes up and it goes through here and it continues here. This is all something going all the way up here, but it's all swollen and it's melted red brick here. Just look at this wall, look at this, it's the same stuff, okay? The whole thing, it's all melted red bricks. You got archways, you got something here. It's a little blurry, I'm sorry, but yeah, it's a huge, enormous melted building sitting in the flood waters. Sometimes you can actually see stuff under the water as well, but it wasn't the best photo. I can see if I can find some better ones in the future. But yeah, it's a huge melted red brick building. Here it is again from a different angle and slightly better quality. So let's see what we can see in this huge mess, guys. Okay, so here is a brick wall, as you can see. The bricks changed their shape, as you can see. Some of them cooked into rocks and blocks and stuff. They got cooked out and mangled. But you see it's a man-made structure, and just look here. Look here, it's melted red bricks. See all this carbon 14 color in here? The red color, everything. It's all in there. Some of pockets of survival up here. See? Melted red bricks. See the structure here? And this used to be a part of the structure, and you got stuff just going into it here. You see? You would never build like this. Here you got more doorways, square structure, stuff into it, more, yeah, you see it's all melted red brick. I hope you see it. Yeah, this is the one going here that we saw going into it, and then it's complete mangled here, and then it comes out again, continues up here into the melted red bricks. See, melted bricks. See here, how is this a mountain or something when you got all this melted red bricks in it? It's all, yeah, you know what it is. It's all a melted building. Look here, it's a melted building. It's very easy. We saw this one, but this one is further away, and we saw from here, I think. We can take another look. You got more stuff very far up, and also this on the left, all swollen here and cooked out, of course. And then of course this one, just a huge melted red brick building. We have seen it before, but here it is again for the new people. Columns, melted archways. They will claim it's carved. It's nonsense. Buried stuff. Apertures all over the place. See the square structures all over the place, because buildings usually are square. Apertures, doors, windows, openings all over the place. We've seen it before. Nobody carved anything. It's a nonsense deception to manipulate the way you view and understand your reality. That's what it is. So that's it, my friends. That was all 42 photos for you all. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you learned something. I hope you was entertained. And I hope you have a very good day. Ooh, by the way, guys, look here. What I got? I got my own, finally, my own copy of my own merch, and I'm super happy with it. It's super comfortable, high quality, very nice logo on it, and I enjoy it a lot. And if you want one, you can find a link in the description box. So yeah, I'm gonna stop this recording now, and I'm gonna finish the video, render it and upload it, and send it as a premiere later on YouTube. So yeah, I'll talk with you then in the chat, guys. All right, okay. Goodbye for now, and I'll see you again soon.